News 11 Chanel Ramos shares some of the local reaction to today's big presidential announcement.
What she found was a mix of thumbs up and thumbs down.
Today I hit the streets and spoke to Yuma locals on their thoughts about Ron DeSantis throwing his hat in the ring. Most are in support of there being now multiple candidates in the race for president. Michael Arugan is not concerned about today's political news.
To be honest with you, not really concerned about what the Republicans are doing. Still going to be voting Democrat.
While Arizona Republican State Representative Tim Dunn says he's more looking forward to the upcoming debates. He believes conservative policies could fix the major issues Yuma faces.
What DeSantis has done in Florida would be good for the nation. I think that these conservative policies will need to get our country back on track to counteract the Biden inflation policies. And here in Yuma, we know what the border policies have done to our community.
Dunn has not formally endorsed any GOP presidential candidates yet. Locally, one resident who is a registered independent is hoping for a peaceful election season, no matter the outcome.
Well, I feel like with everything going on right now with all the hate Trump supporters and then people that love Trump, it's going to be very difficult, and there's going to be a lot more protest. Now that's going to happen that, it's someone going to be against Trump.
The first Republican primary debate is slated for this August in Milwaukee. Reporting in the newsroom, Chanel Ramos, News 11.